It's Saturday, July 13th, 1991, and this is Peter Schaapohk, and I am speaking with Clarence Hewitt at his house here in Petersburg. And I guess I'll start. My first question is maybe to get myself straight on which portion of the Hewitt clan are you from, because it's so big.
Well, the original settler, Peter Hewitt, come up there in 1793, and they settled over here, well, what we call Hill.
Right.
It's back over the hill.
No, I know where the house is, yeah.
Yeah, you know where the old house is. Yeah. And then it's mushroomed out from there.
Now, how are you related to Lloyd Hewitt and Earl Hewitt, etc.?
Lloyd and I Lloyd's father and I were own cousins. So that makes us second cousin.
Okay.
Lloyd, Lawrence has passed on.
Right.
Late's alive. Mildred's alive, the sister.
So Lloyd's father, who was Ed Hewitt?
Harold.
Harold Hewitt.
Harold, Ed's son.
Okay.
You got that?
All right. Ed
Yeah.
Hewitt, and then Harold, then Lloyd, and Leighton,
Yeah.
and Lawrence. All right.
You see, Ed Hewitt married my aunt, Aunt Alice. She was a couple of years younger than my dad. And
Now, so you were cousins with Harold?
Harold, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. See, Harold had just, he was the only child in that family.
Okay.
And of course, his grandchildren, there were four of them. There's Lawrence, he's passed on.
Right.
Lloyd, Late, Mildred.
Right.
Yeah.
And how are you related with Earl Hewitt?
Earl. Well, Earl's grandfather, my grandfather were half brothers, so you take it from there.
Okay. And were you related to Leah Hewitt at all?
Absolutely. She's my aunt.
She was your aunt. Okay.
Why, you remember Aunt Leah?
No, but I've heard so many stories about her, and I've been up to look at her place a number of times.
You have been up there.
Yes, it's quite an, and I've had a ride in her old Model T.
Yeah, Lloyd's got it.
Yep, Lloyd took me for a ride in it one day. It was
Oh.
great.
He thinks more of it. And, well, grandmother Hewitt never rode a car. Dad bought a T Ford in 14, and she never rode in a car. But Aunt Leah never married, and she's living the home there. And after grandmother passed away, she bought a T Ford. I think it was about 22. Lloyd's got it.
Right.
Is it 21 or 22?
I don't know.
It's either 21 or 22. And, oh yeah, Lloyd thinks more of that. Oh, Lloyd. And Dad had one, he bought that at 14.
Okay.
That's where I learned to drive. Didn't have to have a license and didn't have no roads to drive on.
Oh.
And winter times, before the trails put in, they'd get the old cars up 5 here through the snow. Sometimes be 3-4 in the dooryard there, and they'd go on up. Their families spread out up here in this area, and they'd go on up foot, leave the cars here over the weekend.
Boy. Now, what year were you born?
You won't believe it. 1906.
1906. Now you're
1906.
okay. It's the same year
Yeah.
that Harold Brock was born too.
Harold, yeah.
Yeah.
No. I guess I'm a few months older than Harold.
All right.
Yeah. I was born in March, and I think Harold's birthday is what, August, September?
I don't know. I should.
It's in the third fall.
Right.
See, you're talking, but it's not too long ago. And Harold lives alone
Yes, it's.
up there on the old homestead.
No, I live just above him, and I go down and visit him all the time and talk to him.
Oh, yeah? What, you build a house up above it?
No, up on where we bought the place from the Von Schilligans, and then before that it was originally it was
Alvin Hall's?
Alvin Hall's place, right?
Yeah. I've eaten dinner there. And that was about, years ago there was small farmers before electric refrigeration come into existence. We had cool milk there. That meant put up ice and a little too much work. Made saw ice by hand, so I fixed up a old power saw. And so there's pond over in the two. I used to fill the ice house, do some Christmas, and everybody'd come after me. Come and cut my ice. Cut an ice pond over an hour or two. Get $5, you know, and you got $5 to buy something then.
If you're not kidding.
Sure.
It's a lot of money.
That was a lot of money. And we put up ice until, I think 9 times. And then the mechanical coolers come into existence, the water cooler.
Now, how much ice would amount to $5 worth? I mean, to cut.
Oh, well, 400-500 cakes.
Oh boy.
Well, we got an ice pond out there. I think that pond cut about 500 cakes. Lord, I'd go over and saw it over in a couple of hours, both ways.
Now, what?
Saw it down the low, leave that much. Not open it till got equipment all right, and then we open it up and sealed it all, bring it all.
Boy. Now, when you did this for Alvin Hall?
Oh yeah, Raymond was Alvin's son.
Oh.
He worked collates.
Where did you do it for Alvin? Was there?
Oh, there was an ice pond right up top of the hill, John Schumann.
Behind Alvin's house, or?
Yeah, up above, right up top of the hill. And then turned off there, there's an awful nice ice pond there to work on. Right there, one kind of level spot in there. And they'd holler at me to come up and cut the ice. And cut 2-3 pond fellows up in there.
Was that pond on Alvin Hall's place, or was it on some?
No, it was on John Schumann. That was up
Okay.
farther on the left.
All right. Okay. That pond.
And I don't know who's there on that place now. I suppose they're probably gone.
Yes, because all that's been broken up over the years.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So I don't know who has that now.
Oh, no. We don't know our neighbors anymore, do we?
Right. It's,
So, no, that was quite a job.
So when you were growing up, where did you grow up?
Right here.
In this house?
Born here.
Oh boy. So
Grew up here, started going to school 1912, down in town. We had the best school teacher ever known.
who was that?
Gunda Schmidt car. You've heard of the Sibley's.
Yes.
Well, her daughter married Waldo.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. My gosh, I guess she's passed on now. I think
I don't
Elizabeth
know.
has passed away. And so I think she had one or two. I don't. I'm pretty sure she had a daughter. Well, a son involved there or not, I wouldn't say for sure. But nope. There's a lot different.
How many students were in the school?
Down there, about 40 down there.
40?
In village school.
And how many classes?
8. It's 2-room school. The old schoolhouse is burned now.
Right.
The town had it, and then it got a fire. Not when they got the new town building now. Got old schoolhouse. 4 grades up downstairs and 4 upstairs.
Boy.
8th grade. And then they contract this high school kids out.
Either up to Hoosick or to Berlin.
When they was contracting them out, they sent them to Hoosick Falls.
Okay.
But after separation come in, they're all Berlin Central now.
Right. That was in the 1930s, right? It was that took place. How many years did you go to the school
Right there.
in Petersburg?
I went down there. Eight years. And the last year that I went here, the teacher and I didn't hook up. They were some way, and we didn't hook up. And it was like time to hire another teacher and be damned if I didn't hire her over again. And I said, well, I said, I'm not going to school. She and I can't hook up, and I'm not going to go. So she puts it up here. The little District 5 is up above us here, up East Hollow. And she goes up and sees the trustee. Well, we can get him in, let him go up here if he wants to. So the lady that was teaching, she lived, you've heard of the bagpipers?
Yes.
On the hill?
Yep.
Well, that's where she come from, by that church.
Up on Puckertoot?
Yeah. You go up Puckertoot and then you turn right and go up the lane up top of the hill there.
Yeah, it's all gone now, but
Oh,
it's still you can still
Yeah.
follow it to a degree.
And she would drive a horse back and forth.
So she taught up here in East Hollow and,
Yeah.
and commuted all the way back over to...
And she'd come along here and I'd jump in with her, ride up school, get up and take care of the horse. And then 15, 20 minutes before school would be out, well, she'd get me out, go get the horse out. I had it made pretty good. And after the winter, the snow got so deep here. These side roads up in there, they were blocked. Right?
Oh, yes.
They didn't try to open them. Don't pull right out in the field for the team, go across lots anyway they could. But she gave up driving, and they would, the brush shop down there, Alpha Brush Company, they had a woodworking shop over inside the creek, inside the logs. They were buying a lot of white birch logs. And the log teams would be doing the works off there. And I'd ride with them a lot. And none of it worked out quite well. They weren't easy, but us kids, we knew everybody, just as well as our brothers and sisters. And the elder central schools, that's the worst thing that ever happened to us. They come in. Sure, you go to central school and God, you got to fight for survival.
It's true.
Don't it? It don't make sense, you know it? There's a lot of these old laws that worked out better than some of the new ones.
Oh, I totally agree with you.
Well, maybe I'm looking at it wrong. But Lord, we thought just much of our classmates as we did of our own family.
And you learn just as much.
More, I guess. And so that's, I didn't go to high school.
What did you do as a...
God, I had to get home here. God, those kids had something to do.
Like what kind of jobs were you involved with?
Oh, my folks was general farmer. And when my father passed away, and I had quite a dairy going.
So you farmed this whole area around here?
The farm was on 29 acres. And then this farm up here was vacant. And they didn't, see, the creek down there was the boundary line. And so I built part of the fence. And then the other family, the Marching family, built their part. But the last few years I had cattle, they went up there. They said, let them run up there. They didn't want to bother to put up fence, you see. And the electric fence units got on the market then. I put up one wire, put electric unit on. I had very good luck with it. But now I wouldn't take a dairy now. That's a tough job.
Oh, yes.
They're in trouble too, a lot of them is in trouble. Donegan up here since the goddamn fire can't get out. That's about the size of it.
Yep. No, they're able to get more for the milk now, but
Yep.
they just voted that, I guess, in Albany, but
Yeah. Well, it's time they done something.
it's not much still.
No. But, so, well, Donegan farming. Donegan people there, his mother left pretty well fixed. He got established before the inflation got out of hand.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But now, can nobody buy anything now?
No.
No, they cannot do it. I imagine maybe he wishes he had his money back. He got into it. But,
So you farmed most of your life then, or?
well, oh yeah. Oh, there are milk 15 here. There you can get by. You can make some money on milk then. Because milk will bring around $5 on it. And buy feed for 3, 3 1/4. And, but then, that's come a long time to hay it. Go get hay bale, 2, 3 o'clock. Boys would come in and want to draw hay.
So when was it like $5 a hundred?
Old my cow's been gone late 30s.
Boy.
I guess I did have 1 or 2 there in the 40s. Yeah. You could make $1 on milk then.
But if you got $5 per hundred, so that was back in the 1940s that you could get that?
Yeah.
Boy, the farmers today are, I mean, that's
You
horrible.
must know Dave Green. Huh?
Yes, I sure do.
Well, Dave's father was Paul. Paul was, there was a small co-op up there, not United Dairy, and even Hosick had a small plant there, pasteurizing plant, and they got poor leadership there somewhere. And then Paul took the blame thing over, and he made it go. He got it back on its feet. That was a small co-op, and but he made it go for a while there, and then of course he had to leave us. And now Dairyman League, they had most of it. That's where it went there.
Right.
And that Sickaway plant in existence now?
That's still in existence, yeah.
I think so, as far as I know.
At least they still produce milk. I mean,
Yeah,
they still sell milk under their brand name.
Yes, the Sibley's up there in Moose Hollow there. That family made quite a lot of milk.
You look at the price what they get for 100 today, I mean, it's not, I mean,
No,
when you
no.
look the way everything else has gone up, milk has not gone up.
No. And I guess they're going to overhaul it, I think. I guess
They just voted to increase the price per 100,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
still, it's nothing. I mean,
no. They'll just be dropped in the bucket.
Yeah, I gotta go up looking at Donald Hewitt's operation, and I mean, you look at all the expense that you have today
Yeah.
with it. I mean, all the
Yeah.
equipment you gotta invest in.
Well, Donald told me a few days ago, he said, Dave just bought $6,000 worth of stuff this year. What did he get? He got a wagon. I guess he got a new head to put on the chopper. That was the $6,000.
Yes.
Gone. Some Christmas. You know what? It used to be, everything got to be man-made and imported. Lord, we used to have woodworking shops right here in town. Ed Clark down there was a wagon maker by trade, and he had quite a little shop there, and then back in the early 20s, the Walter A. Wood plant went kaput, you know, and they sold that out, and Dad went up there and bought quite a little stuff, and they sold that out. And we put in an engine in the shop and saws and this and that, and somebody come along here, sled broke down, drove in, fixed the sled up, and God, we had the lumber here to do it with. And, but now
There was much more.
everything is. God, there used to be quite a little milk made right up here in this hamlet up below us. Load the truck right up by that intersection on Dick Hill Road, up road a mile there. And that intersection there, the farmers got together, truck would come up there, and they got together, and they put up a platform, and you pick up a truckload of milk, pour a can.
At which intersection now? Where
Right up there, about a mile up the road, don't you know there's a...
where East Hollow goes out?
Yeah, right East Hollow Road goes.
Okay.
Over Dick Hill. Yeah. But everybody worked together. And Lord sakes, long ago, they used to raise quite a lot of grain, buckwheat and oats. And I bought a thrashing machine there, and that was the early 30s, I think, when I bought that. Everybody had small thrashing to do.
Was anybody still growing flax?
Oh, flax, no.
Because I know in the last century they grew a lot of flax here, but I guess that went out.
I think so. I've heard of them.
Yes, 'cause
Graded flax.
I knew there were a few flax mills or
Yeah.
oil mills, linseed,
Yeah.
you know. oil
Yeah, and I
mills.
think there was flax mill right up here on Dill
Right, until,
Brook
yep.
Road.
It's still, you can still see the foundation
Yeah,
of
you
it.
can still see that when the old stonework there. But these old farm places, they used to thrive. Everybody raised a cellar full of potatoes. They raised a lot of turkeys.
Oh,
Yeah, I had up there on the hill there. God, she always had a flock of turkeys there. God, I can remember she sold turkeys for $1 a pound. Thanksgiving time, my God, I guess you could buy them for $1 this last Thanksgiving, a year less. I guess we bought them for less, didn't we?
I don't know.
Well, I think so. over to Williamstown, you know, that was quite a market over there, that college town.
Oh, okay, so you sold more over than,
Oh,
than
yeah.
down towards
Oh,
Troy,
yeah.
or?
Yeah.
So was that, as far as the farmers went, was that a bigger market for them than like Troy or Albany, or?
Oh. No, it wasn't a bigger market, but the better market, college town.
Yes,
And,
okay.
you know, they got better prices.
Yes, still the same way today.
Hell, they would drive their teams over there, you know. A team on a market wagon, or they'd leave here early in the morning, about 5 o'clock, and drive over there. Apples and butter and eggs and what have you, you know. And they'd get over there when the stores open. And why, Williamstown now, they had a merchant inland store on Spring Street, Neil and Quinn. God, they sold more stuff there. 100 bushel potatoes still load.
Wow. Now, when did all the farming start declining, really, or going down?
Well, there was quite a few of them right up above us there, this little hamlet. Up over Lake Hill Road there was the Phillipses in Almond Church, Frank Kenyon, and then up on the corner here, up trail there was Byron Weaver, or Bob Alderman was there now, Bob granddaughter, and geez, they were progressive. Raised a lot of turkeys, you know, and Thanksgiving time, Armours would send a buyer over here and he'd buy the turkeys. And they'd pick a day when they'd get them ready, send a truck over, take a truckload of turkeys back. And I've seen that Leo sell them for $1 a pound then.
But when did it start getting less and less, or you know, when the farms start stopping?
Well, when the chain stores come in, that didn't do it. There weren't many chain stores to buy local.
It's a lot better. So I guess in the 1950s it really started.
Oh yeah, deteriorate. But that was quite a place, Williamstown was. It was over there with butter and eggs, mac apples. There was North Adams is along the corner of Ashland Street, Ashland and River. And he'd buy all the mac apples you could take over there. $2 a bushel then. Wow. Now you couldn't get over 3.5 homes you had them now.
Yep. Boy. Now, before the trail was built, it was harder to get over to Williamstown.
Well, when the farmers went over Thanksgiving time, day or two before Thanksgiving, they figured that'd be the last trip they'd make over the trail.
Okay. Now, when did they start working on the new trail?
Well, let the contract 26.
Okay.
And the contractor come along here when, well, the carpenters would hook up with the contractors there. He'd get a foreman job. He was pretty good with the gang. And he'd get a foreman job. They come along here one morning, a truckload of lumber, sewed that lumber off out there, behind the barn. He says, we'll be up here a day or two and help us nail this, put an office building up there. So we got the office building up, and the boss come along. And he says, you want a job? I said, don't want a job, got much work to it. The Kelleher Corporation at Turner's Falls. God, Dave was something else. He was the nicest fellow to work for. I heard up to him. He says, I got a place for you. So I went, the crushed stones all shipped in. pocket cars. They used to be the old Rutland Railroad.
Right.
You've heard of that.
Oh, sure have.
And there was quite a long sidetrack down back cemetery. And so the boss, he said, one job, get down there and run that load. I said, I don't want a job, got much work to it. And they get down and run the load. I'd go down and that Barbara Green load of the pit and the sidetrack, put a pit in the elevator and the pit. Put a car over it and open the pocket and rope up trucks. And so I went down and worked out pretty good. He was a good, the Keller Corporation. He was a good fellow.
So how long did that take working? I mean, how long did the project take on the pass?
On the trail, putting it in. Well, it started grading in 26, and it was 30 when they paved it.
But 1930 was when they paved it.
Paved it. Sure. You see, he's going to take us out to lunch now after we give him all this information. No, but God, that was quite a project, this trail was. They didn't have mechanical drills then.
So it was all done by hand.
Jackhammers.
Oh boy.
Harry Jones and Willie Mason, they drove the ark up there. All one season. There's a big cut right in there above brother-in-law's. Could have cut in there, my God, the thing was in there right away.
Boy.
But they finally got it down there.
Do you know where they brought the crushed stone from? I mean, it came in on the railroad, you said. And,
Some of it went Bethlehem, some of it went Greenfield.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy.
The Greenfield stone, I always worked with the Greenfield stone the best, on quite so dirty, nasty. Just different type,
Right.
yeah, harder stone.
So they didn't use any local material.
No, or they'd buy some cheap gravel. And they graded it. They got it graded in 27. And they put on a coat of gravel in 28. Like the gravel in this area of poor. And we got the gravel up in here, and that was not very good. So got that gravel on, got into freezing weather, and that would wear right up and be slippery, slippery cars, couldn't get over it. And they shipped in a ship carload of stone, number 4 stone, or no, coat of stone like that.
Oh boy.
And traveled that right in, up there right in.
What was the matter with the local gravel versus the other gravel? I mean, what?
Well, down here by on 22, Charlie Bentley's,
Right.
that wasn't too bad. Guess Charlie wants that more up, will he?
He still, I guess the town still gets their gravel from in there.
I don't think so.
Oh, not anymore?
I think so. I think they're getting it out North Petersburg. I just, Pat, she didn't use her head. She run them out. But, no, North was a state gang.
Right.
Yeah. Wayne.
Wayne, yes. Well, Wayne owns the place right
Yes.
now because Forrest left
Yeah.
that to him.
Geez, of Christmas Herald was never worked out. Don't go in this Social Security.
But he seems to be thriving though. I mean, he's
Well, Wayne, trying to look at that.
oh yes.
I was up there, and another one, 2 months ago. Went up there to see him. Yeah, he died same age. We had quite a chat.
Oh, I love visiting Harold. He's
But,
He's nice.
but well, they were workers.
that's very true.
Just like he had a pair of horses that I bought him over at Kimball's over at Lennox. Kimball was a good dealer. He bought a pair of horses. You know, where he lives now, he didn't used to live there.
No, I know where his other place was. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, who's got that? Them children?
No, that's oh, what's their name? I can't think of it. Go back again.
But they were ideal people. I've been up there and done this ration. I run a grain hasher around there all over Petersburg, Grafton and some of Maryland. But boy, I had a pair of horses that was something else.
He knows.
Well, yeah, there's a couple things I wanted to skip to anyway. We were just going to say, how about the, you just mentioned the fire down in, when the bridge burned. Do you recall that?
When bridge burnt, 1910.
Right, or 1911, or was 1910?
10. They built the bridge in 11.
Right,
That's the first fire I can remember in town. It was when the grist mill, the feed mill,
right.
Welder's mill was right beside it. That used to be a grist mill, a sawmill. Mill dam was above the bridge,
Right.
and water power there.
How did that fire get started?
I don't know. See, 1910, see, I was 4 years old. I can remember the fire, but I don't know how it went. But years ago, we had a fire down, that was a loss. But now we got fire companies, and some of the buildings, they can knock the fire down and restore them quite a lot.
Or like with the Baptist church, that'd been in the old days, the whole church would have been gone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was a great job.
Just other thing, just out of sort of interest, whether you have any observations on the politics of the times when you were growing up, you know, what you recall about that.
You know, oh God, I'll tell you this one. Then I'll shut up. We used to have a country doctor, Dr. Perry Hall.
Yes.
You've heard
yes.
of him? Well, him and mother's own son. And us kids would get the belly ache, and Doc would come up, throw out a few sugar pills, and he and Dad come in there and they get on politics. And Doc was something else. Damn him, he was a leader, though. They'd follow him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They haven't had a leader here since. Buttswater thought he could do it, but he couldn't. He couldn't do it. And but Doc was. Why, there's a family up in Grafton, quite a family, the Bennetts, years ago, and one of them, Andrew Bennett, he had a wife and I guess grown children. They didn't live together, he got out. And Doc was make family calls then. That's before the cars got in existence. They had a driving horse. And he kept this Bennett man, they always called him Coopman. And he'd take out a horse, not get him a bottle once in a while in prohibition.
From the rest.
Oh, and I've heard him tell it. But Doc Hall was the leader. Damn it all, they'd follow him. Yep, sure, he'd tell them black, white, and they'd believe it. So, down to the doctor, got into politics here, and that's what wound him up. He got it local politics, and then he got into county politics, and finally he got me. County clerk, Jeff Flowers took him out. And this old Bennett fellow worked for Doc and took out the horse. He was said politics is the worst tick there is. There were some of them old timers that they'd tie on quite a blow sometimes. Bill Tucker, a little small fella, and he'd get to drinking and he come up, wanted to come up and see the welfare officer, need money to get groceries with. And the welfare officer knew her, she lived there over here. And she says, Bill, she says, the axe puts up the wood outside outside the door. You go up, split up some wood and you come back in. He didn't want no part of that. he didn't need groceries then.
Things haven't changed much, have they?
But nowadays, it's altogether different, isn't it?
Oh, yes. But I mean, by attitudes is what I meant, that things haven't changed much, but no, it's an entirely different system.
Well, what's going to change it? It's got to change.
I know.
It's got to change, and what's going to change it?
That's a good question.
So and tell C.W. Reynolds owned a shop down there, what we call the mill yard,
Right.
and there was, I guess, 25, 30 ladies in there working. They'd, when it come night, they'd take them, patch their collars on their arm, bring them home, do them to home, I don't know. But then there was, around wartime, there was a laundry, an old laundry up there by the old railroad station. You know what that was?
Yes.
Well, there was a laundry right down on
Right,
the back.
I've seen the photos of it.
Yeah, you may have seen pictures of it.
The foundations are still kind of there.
Yeah. And there was an outfit in New York, Lloyd Company. He run that shirt factory there.
When did that burn?
I think in the 20s. Now don't. Did that burn in 22? Or the old hotel? I got the old hotel up on the corner burned.
That was in 1919, I think.
1919, was it?
Yeah.
Well, then the Lloyd's shop burnt in 22.
Okay.
The old hotel up on the corner there was quite a place.
Oh, I really wish I could have seen what it looked like on the inside, because I've seen the photographs of
That
it.
was quite a... They didn't have any community halls here. The only thing they did have was the Eagle Opera House, and that's in where
Steve Church's.
Stevie's garage is. And that was the only place they had where they could have a town gathering. Well, it's like Doc Hall was in politics and pretty good. He'd get them down there for a rally and couldn't get them all in.
Where is
So
he?
they decided then that about time they had a town building.
So was that at the inn or at the Eagle Opera House?
At the Opera House.
Now, do you remember what the inn looked like on the inside?
Oh yes, been in there. I've been in. There was a small bar room, and then there was where they'd get some music in there and have dances in there from evening. You'd get quite a little crowd in.
So
You didn't have to have too many then for a crowd, but
So they had a
Yeah,
big
no.
enough room that you could have a.
oh yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Was-
they called it the ballroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that on the same level or was it on upstairs?
That's, well, there's a basement under there.
Right.
Yeah, the main floor was on the ground floor. You see, they went in off the North Petersburgh Road.
Right.
Yeah, and that was the main. Yeah, that was good.